What's going on YouTube? My name is Darian. I'm the BowTie fragrance guy, and I love looking good and smelling amazing. So it's that time of year. Spring has already sprung and it's coming to an end. And in the next couple of weeks here, we're actually gonna have the beginning of the fall season. Now, the fall, as it relates to fragrances, is one of my favorite times of the year, the fall and winter, because I love fragrances that are a little bit heavier, fragrances that are appropriate for the colder weather. And so with that being said, today I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my top 10 fragrances that I'm gonna be wearing during the fall season. It's going to be the designer list. The niche list will follow within the next couple days or maybe next week, but the niche list will be coming soon. But I wanna go ahead and give you guys the top 10 designer fragrances I'm gonna be wearing this fall. The last maybe year and a half, for me personally, the designer releases have been a little bit underwhelming. Hasn't been a lot that has come out that I really particularly care for, to be quite honest with you. And I'm one of those people that just because a fragrance is new doesn't mean that I'm gonna actually run out there and get it. I'll try it, but if I don't like it, I don't spend or invest money into a full bottle of a fragrance that I don't particularly care for. That's another reason why sometimes a lot of the reviews on my channel are positive, because most of the time there are fragrances that I actually like, and that I've liked enough to invest into a full bottle. So whatever the case may be, this list, there are some oldies but goodies, but again, not the best fragrances in the world on this list, but the top 10 fragrances that I personally will be wearing in the fall that I think are very suitable for this time of year. So with all that being said, if you want to know what my top 10 fall fragrances are for the year of 2019, you know how we do. Keep it locked right here. Okay guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into the list, starting with number 10. The number 10 fragrance on my fall list this year is from the house of Versace, and this is Versace Eros Flame. Versace Eros Flame. This one was released earlier this year. It's a relatively new release, and I really like this one. I like it more than the original Versace Eros because they took everything that I did not particularly care for with the original and made it right with Eros Flame. The other Versace Eros, although it smelled good from the standpoint of just the overall smell of the fragrance, a little bit too loud and aggressive for me personally. So this one is a little bit more toned down version of that, a little bit more emphasis on the citrus notes and things of that nature. So actually, again, in my personal opinion, a great one to wear for the fall, and that's why it comes in on my top 10 fall list at number 10. This is Versace Eros Flame. The next fragrance that I want to talk about is from the house of Guerlain. This is Guerlain L'Homme Ideal, or Ideal, however you wish to pronounce that. But this is my number 9 fragrance this year. I love this one. Love, love, love this one. This one is all about a cherry almond vibe. And I mean, just that combination alone, I love this fragrance. It smells so good. The only reason that it's not higher on the list is because I would like a little bit better performance out of it. But it's a great fragrance to wear when it starts to get cool outside. I absolutely love this stuff. I mean, you get great sillage from this fragrance in that first hour or two, but absolutely love this stuff, man. Great one for the fall. This is Guerlain L'Homme Ideal. Number 8 fragrance that I want to talk about on this list is from the house of Paco Rabanne, and this is 1 Million Privé. Guys, you know, I love this fragrance, okay? I love it, I love it, I love it. I've already said this, it smells like a freshly baked apple pie. Very similar to Wajan from Parfums de Marly. I've worn a lot of this juice, and really that was from 1 year. Because I kind of gave it a break last year, but I had to bring it back because I love it so much. It's so appropriate for the fall season. You got cinnamon, tonka bean, honey, just a great fragrance for the fall season. This again is Paco Rabanne, 1 Million Privé. The number 7 fragrance that I want to talk about is from the house of Valentino, and this is Valentino Uomo. Valentino Uomo. I don't know quite why, but to me this fragrance does not get the love that it deserves. This is a great fragrance. It could be due to the fact that a lot of people compare this to Dior Homme, but to me they're not really that similar, honestly. This fragrance is a lot sweeter. It doesn't have as much of that iris that you get from Dior Homme, because the two feature notes in this is hazelnut and coffee. So, and that's what I really get with this one. I love this stuff, and not to mention the fact that the bottle is beautiful. But this one, guys, if you have not put your nose on this one, is one I would highly recommend for the fall season. This is again from the house of Valentino Uomo. Number 6 fragrance on my list comes from the house of Chanel. And the fragrance that I'm talking about is Bleu de Chanel. This is the Parfum Concentration. I did a video of this, a full review. If you want to know what my full thoughts are, you can go check out that review. But this fragrance took the original Bleu de Chanel, which was already a great fragrance, and what they did was they toned down the citruses, amped up the woody notes, and you got this masterpiece right here. Again, because of the amplification of the woody notes, I think it makes it a lot better to wear in colder months. I think fall is the absolute perfect season for this fragrance. This is one on this list, easy, grab and go, and it's gonna get you through your day and get the job done. This is my number 6 fragrance for the fall. This is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. The number 5 fragrance on my list comes from the house of PRADA, and this is PRADA Luna Rossa Black. PRADA Luna Rossa Black. If you smell PRADA Luna Rossa Sport, kind of reminds me of this, but this one is, they've amped up the amber note. It does have that signature lavender note that you get from a lot of the other fragrances from the Luna Rossa line, but that amber gives this fragrance such a warmth. Makes it such a warm and cozy fragrance. And of course, cozy fragrances are great in the fall and winter season because it's cold outside and you want your fragrances to, you know, kind of give you that sensation and that feeling of being warm and cozy. And this fragrance does a great job of that. Not to mention the fact that it just smells amazing. It's a compliment magnet. So one of the most complimented fragrances, honestly, on this list, and that's why it made the list. This is PRADA Luna Rossa Black. Number 4 fragrance on this list, of course, needs no introduction. It is a very classic fragrance from the house of MUGLER. This is Pure Havane. And you know what this one is all about, guys. This one is cherry. Well, it's a vibe of cherry. It's not a cherry note, but it gives you like this cherry tobacco vibe. Just a great fragrance, guys. Don't need to talk about this one a whole lot, but this is just a great one for the fall season. It's a staple of mine. This is Pure Havane. Third fragrance on the list is from the house of Christian Dior, and this is Dior Homme Intense. Yes, the Irish King made the list this year. It didn't make it last year, but definitely made the list this year. It's just, again, it's iconic for a reason. The Irish note in this is beautiful. It's got an Irish kind of cocoa vibe. Just a beautiful fragrance, guys. And when you wear this fragrance, of course, it is very reminiscent of this time of year because you're thinking about, again, fragrances that make you feel very cozy, very warm, and this fragrance does that like no other. Again, the third fragrance on this list is Dior Homme Intense. The number 2 fragrance that I want to talk about is from the house of Tom Ford, and of course, this is one of my absolute favorite fragrances. I hate to be anticlimactic, but this fragrance is always going to be on my list more than likely as long as I have it in my possession. And this is from Tom Ford. This is Noir Extreme. Coffee, it kind of gives this salty vibe. It's gourmand, it's sweet, and it's a beautiful fragrance. So if you don't have this one, if you've never smelled it, I highly recommend you putting your nose on it. This is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. And the number 1 fragrance on my list this year, from the house of Maison Margiela, the replica line, this is none other than Jazz Club. Jazz Club is my number 1 fall fragrance for the 2019 fall season, and it's number 1 for good reason. This fragrance has everything that you want in a fall fragrance. You have your tobacco, you have your honey, you have your rum, so you got a kind of boozy accord with this as well. It's everything that you could ever want in a fall fragrance, in my humble opinion. It smells great, it performs awesome on my skin, and that's why I made my number 1 fall fragrance for this year. This is Jazz Club from the house Maison Margiela, the replica line. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the top 10 fragrances that your boy, the BowTie Fragrance Guy, will be wearing this fall season. As I always say, I thank you guys so much for tuning in, because you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me, and I sincerely appreciate that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos out to people that you think could use this information. There's a lot of guys out there that love fragrances, and the fall season is right around the corner. They probably could use this information, so please share the video. And like I always say, guys, why would you share these videos? Just tell me why. I'd like to know. Because I am the BowTie Fragrance Guy, and I love to look good, and I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side.